I'm talking about old diaspora and new diaspora. So, old diaspora. Old Indian diaspora means those who left India and their descendants before independence, August 1947. Largely referring to those who left are Girmits, students, and others and settled abroad. In the old diaspora, most of the migrants were sent abroad forcefully or through deceit. The migrants were poor, they were in need of money for living, they were struggling to overcome poverty brought about through famine and British policies of neglect and marginalization. India's wealth was sent overseas to enrich the UK. During old diaspora, the Girmits of indentured laborers was sent initially on 5-year contracts and were renewed forcefully or through deceit or some other lure. The Girmits on or contracts were told they would get a certain amount of salary. They were recruited by harkatiyas or agents. They were confined in holding places at ports similar to prison cells. Then they were sent to ship to various destinations. They knew not where they were going and the length of the journey. In many cases, they thought they were going to another location within India. The ship took them to varied territories in the Pacific, Indian Ocean, Caribbean, Africa, to British, French, and Dutch colonies. They were essentially slaves to white plantation owners of British, French, and Dutch background. The Girmit or indentured laborers dressed with traditional clothing, dhoti, kurta, sari, and blouse, with pagdi and dupatta or head covering. The food was pure vegetarian traditional Indian dishes like dal, bhat, or rice, roti, tarkari, or sabji. They carried religious books like Hanuman Chalisa, Ramayana, Gita, Upanishad, bhajans, etc., and music instruments, as well as agricultural items to engage in cultivation and harvesting. They also carried cooking pots, plants, seeds, tulsi plant, grains, jata, seal, lodha, hasua, kurpi, kudal, etc. Most of them were speaking Bhojpuri languages and Hindi and Tamil. On the ship, they sang traditional songs like Sohar, marriages, and death songs. And they created their song on the ship related to their journey. On the plantations, it was a very hard life. The migrants were kept to themselves in their own segregated communities. This helped them to keep their tradition and culture. The old diaspora laborers were cheated by the plantation owner, especially in the British colonies. Their rights were violated. The women were violated. Gradually, the indentured labor lost their root in India. Contact and communication with their ancestors and siblings were most difficult and very rare. The only means of communication was through letters that took several months. They lost touch with their families. Addresses were not kept to trace route or re-established links with loved ones. The only record available was immigration pass, a record of the migrant laborer on which is limited information with no specific address. When dissidents tried to search their route, they depend on this immigration pass on which is a paucity of information. There are some details, but it takes a lot of disappearing of words, British or English, and to actually find the village. Old diaspora has love with their origin country, India, and the feeling their motherland. Importance. They are all the time connected with India by religion, culture, tradition, dress, and food. New diaspora. The new diaspora, Indian diaspora refers to those post-independence who left India for studies or for employment and decided to stay abroad, and their descendants. Most of them left India voluntarily and were not concerned like the old diaspora. The aim of the new diaspora was to earn money from the country to which they migrated and send remittances back to their families in India. Most of them, these countries are economically strong, and the Indian migrants could afford the trip. They went largely on their own as they could afford their own fare. The new diaspora has been shedding their Indian culture. They are Western dressed and Western speaking English, French, Dutch and German, etc. The new diaspora knows their roots in India and can visit them regularly. They can afford the trip. The new diaspora stays connected with their Indian roots through modern communication, telephone and other instant electronic linkages like mobile phones. New diaspora is attracted to and impressed with Western society and culture, and are losing their own tradition and culture. The main thing, they are losing their language. Most important thing of Indian culture is sanskar, and that old diaspora is following by heart, but new diaspora is only showing but not following it properly. New diaspora is not loving the motherland as old diaspora is loving. Old diaspora is still connected with the India anyhow. One of my neighbor who becomes doctor and settled in England and married a British lady and had 2 children. After marriage, he visited India only once with his wife and children. When his parent died, he sold his property of India, sitting in London, and never returned back to see his ancestors' land or his uncle's families, never kept relations with his relatives. He developed new relation in London. So old diaspora are much better than new diaspora because after 4-5 generations, they are still connected with India. That is Bharat or Hindustan. Old diaspora has great emotions and feeling about their motherland, mother country. They had knowledge from their ancestors, and now in advanced age, they are getting knowledge from social media because everyone is using internet. Many of old diaspora community people come to do Shraddh Tarpan of died ancestors in Gaya, and that is in Bihar state. So old diaspora people are still trying to keep relations with India. Thank you.